Imagine yourself on a plane. The hum of the engines is a constant, comforting sound. You glance around at the other passengers, some reading, others sleeping, all unaware of the impending chaos. The sky outside is a canvas of darkness, an endless expanse that seems both serene and ominous. Stars are hidden behind thick clouds, and the moon is nowhere to be seen. Suddenly, lightning dances across the sky, momentarily illuminating the churning clouds. Each flash reveals the turbulent nature of the storm, a stark contrast to the calm inside the cabin. The plane shudders as it's buffeted by ferocious winds. The once steady hum of the engines now feels like a distant memory. Fear grips your heart as the turbulence intensifies, shaking the plane violently. This is what it's like to be at the mercy of a storm's fury. The rain pelts against the windows and the plane feels like a fragile leaf in a hurricane. Every jolt and drop makes you question the safety of your journey. While most flights navigate through such storms safely, sometimes tragedy strikes. Pilots are trained to handle these situations, but nature can be unpredictable and unforgiving. The story of Air France Flight 447 is one such tragedy. On June 1, 2009, the flight from Rio de Janeiro to Paris disappeared over the Atlantic Ocean, claiming the lives of all 228 passengers and crew. It's a stark reminder of the power of nature and the importance of understanding the science of flight. The investigation revealed a combination of technical failures and human error, highlighting the delicate balance between man and machine in the face of nature's wrath. On June 1, 2009, Air France Flight 447 took off from Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, bound for Paris, France. The day was like any other, with the sun setting over the horizon, casting a golden hue over the runway. The aircraft, an Airbus A330, began its ascent into the sky, leaving behind the bustling city of Rio. On board were 228 souls, passengers and crew from 33 different countries. Each person had their own story, their own reason for being on that flight. Some were returning home, others embarking on new adventures. The cabin was filled with a mix of emotions, excitement, nervousness, and the calm that comes with routine travel. They carried with them hopes, dreams, and the anticipation of reaching their destination. Families and friends had bid their farewells at the airport, with promises of reunions and safe travels. Inside the plane, passengers settled into their seats, some chatting with neighbors, others gazing out the window at the receding lights of the city below. The aircraft, an Airbus A330, was a marvel of modern engineering. It represented the pinnacle of aviation technology, designed to withstand the rigors of long-haul flights. The sleek exterior and advanced aerodynamics made it a favorite among airlines and passengers alike. Considered one of the safest planes, it was equipped with sophisticated technology and a seasoned crew. The pilots, with years of experience and rigorous training, were confident in their ability to handle any situation. The cockpit was a hub of activity with advanced controls and instruments guiding the aircraft on its journey. The flight began like any other, a routine journey across the Atlantic. As the plane cruised at high altitude, passengers relaxed, enjoying the in-flight service and entertainment. Below, the vast expanse of the ocean stretched out, a serene and seemingly endless blue. The journey ahead was long, but the promise of Paris awaited them at the end of the flight. The initial hours of the flight were uneventful. Passengers settled in, enjoying meals, reading, or catching some sleep. Outside, the vast expanse of the Atlantic Ocean stretched beneath a starry sky. In the cockpit, Captain Marc Dubois, a veteran pilot with over 11,000 hours of flight experience, chatted with his co-pilots. Flight 447 was cruising at a comfortable altitude, seemingly far removed from any danger. As the night wore on, the weather ahead began to deteriorate. Thunderstorms, a common occurrence over the tropical Atlantic, were forming along the plane's flight path. Initially, these storms appeared routine, no cause for concern. However, as Flight 447 flew into the storm system, the situation changed. Ice crystals, present in these high-altitude storms, began to affect the aircraft's external sensors. The autopilot, relying on these sensors, started to malfunction. Section 5, Cockpit Chaos. The autopilot disengaged, and the control stick vibrated violently, alerting the pilots to the situation. Suddenly the plane was at the mercy of the storm and the manual control of the pilots. The situation in the cockpit became chaotic. With conflicting instrument readings and the plane being tossed around by the storm, the pilots struggled to understand what was happening. Their training had not prepared them for this perfect storm of technical failures and extreme weather. Section 6, Falling from the Sky. In the confusion, the pilots made a series of fatal errors. Unaware that the aircraft was stalling, a condition where the wings lose lift, they continued to pull the control stick back, further exacerbating the stall. The Air France 447 stalled at a high altitude, leaving little room for recovery. The plane fell from the sky, plummeting towards the ocean below. The descent lasted for 3.5 minutes, a terrifying freefall into darkness. Section 7, Lost at Sea. The impact with the Atlantic Ocean was catastrophic. All 228 lives aboard Air France Flight 447 were lost. The wreckage of the plane sank to the ocean floor, disappearing into the depths. The disappearance of Flight 447 triggered a massive international search and rescue operation. Ships and aircraft scoured the ocean surface for any sign of the plane or survivors, but their efforts were met with silence. Section 8, Searching for Answers. The search for the wreckage and the flight recorders, crucial for understanding the cause of the crash, became paramount. It took nearly 2 years of painstaking search efforts, utilizing advanced underwater vehicles, to locate and recover the flight data recorders from the ocean floor. The data retrieved from these recorders, along with analysis of the recovered wreckage, painted a harrowing picture of the final moments of the flight. The investigation revealed a complex interplay of technical malfunctions, environmental factors, and pilot error. Section 9, Lessons Etched in Tragedy. The tragic crash of Air France Flight 447 served as a wake-up call for the aviation industry. On June 1, 2009, the Airbus A330-203, en route from Rio de Janeiro to Paris, vanished over the Atlantic Ocean, claiming the lives of all 228 passengers and crew on board. The incident sent shockwaves through the global aviation community, prompting a thorough investigation into the causes and circumstances surrounding the disaster. The investigation revealed a series of unfortunate events, including the aircraft's pitot tubes, which measure airspeed, becoming obstructed by ice crystals. This led to inconsistent airspeed readings and ultimately caused the autopilot to disengage. The pilots, faced with conflicting information and a rapidly deteriorating situation, struggled to regain control of the aircraft. This highlighted the importance of pilot training, particularly in handling high-altitude stalls and dealing with unexpected instrument behavior. The need for pilots to be adept at manual flying skills, especially in critical situations, became glaringly evident. In response to the findings, the tragedy led to significant changes in pilot training programs worldwide. Training curricula were revamped to place greater emphasis on stall recovery techniques, upset recovery training, and crew resource management. These programs now ensure that pilots are better prepared to handle similar emergencies, with a focus on maintaining situational awareness and effective communication within the cockpit. The goal is to equip pilots with the skills and knowledge necessary to navigate complex and unexpected scenarios, thereby enhancing overall flight safety. The incident also spurred advancements in aircraft design and sensor technology. Engineers and manufacturers worked tirelessly to improve the resilience of aircraft systems to icing conditions. Enhanced pitot tubes and other sensors were developed to provide more reliable data, even in adverse weather conditions. These technological advancements aim to prevent similar incidents from occurring in the future. ensuring that aircraft can operate safely in a wide range of environmental conditions. The loss of Air France Flight 447 is a stark reminder of the unforgiving nature of flight and the importance of continuously learning from such tragedies to improve aviation safety. It underscores the need for constant vigilance, ongoing training, and the implementation of cutting-edge technology to mitigate risks. The aviation industry must remain committed to understanding the lessons from past incidents and applying them to prevent future accidents. The memory of those who perished in the crash serves as a somber tribute to the lives lost and a testament to the ongoing pursuit of making air travel as safe as humanly possible. Memorials and tributes honor the victims, reminding us of the human cost of aviation disasters. The collective efforts of the aviation community, driven by a shared commitment to safety, ensure that the lessons etched in tragedy continue to shape a safer future for all who take to the skies.